right, if you weren't spending $5,000 on groceries, what would you do with that money? Would you pay off a credit card, maybe take a trip, beef up your savings?
Yeah, you could do whatever you please if you're one of 2 people to win the free groceries for a year contest. It's from Nebraska Farmers Feed Us.
And Willow Holoubek is the executive director of the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska.
Welcome, Willow.
Willow,
good morning.
Good to
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So this campaign kicked off in January. When are we going to find out who won this thing?
Well, the campaign goes through April 8th, and the 9th or 10th we're going to be drawing the names, and then we will have a press release, and we'll be contacting the winners so that they can both enjoy a wonderful trip to the grocery store with $5,000.
Can you imagine what a relief for parents when you're out feeding kids? I mentioned off the top, Farmers Feed Us. Tell us about the organization and the work happening in Nebraska.
Yes, Farmers Feed Us program is a campaign that's designed to connect the people who eat food, which is all of us, with the farmers and ranchers who grow their food. And so it's a way to go online, meet 7 Nebraska farmers and ranchers, and then as you're meeting them, you can sign up for the grocery giveaway.
And there's a trivia there too.
There is.
So there's an educational component to all of this.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about, is information, education. What do you hope that we learn from this?
Well, we just hope that you know where your food comes from and how we grow your food. And so we have interesting tidbits about how Nebraska farmers and ranchers care about growing your food.
Like
That's Chad.
Guy. Yeah,
yes.
This is Chad.
He's a soybean farmer from Ithaca, Nebraska.
Yes.
We love eating soybean products
Right.
at Mom Mail that at our house.
Yes.
And so he asks you a trivia question about soy protein and how much of your diet should be comprised of that. And so there's just so much there to find. And of course, registering for the giveaway on the website as well.
So yeah, people are registered. How many people registered so far?
Well, so far you can register as many times as you visit and meet a new farmer. So right now we have we have a little over 100,000 people who have met the farmers and spent a few minutes learning about what they do.
Great, and the rest of us can sign up, which we'll talk more about that in a minute. I know you're like, well, what do I have to do to register? We'll get there. Are other states doing this, or is this unique to Nebraska?
There have been about 12 other states. We're the 13th state, and the Nebraska Soybean Board was instrumental in bringing this program to Nebraska. And right now, we really want you to go and try to win free groceries.
Right.
But we are hoping to be the #1 state, and so far we're running neck and neck with the number of Nebraskans who sign up and learn about where their food comes from.
Who are we trying to beat?
Who are we competing against?
Because Mike and I are
Iowa?
Is it
Iowa.
Kansas?
Is it Iowa? Is
Iowa.
it Kansas too?
No, we're running neck and neck with Iowa. We do have them percent of residents of people registered, but they had a lot more people register because there's a lot more people who live in Iowa.
Who doesn't want free groceries though? This is the question. Of course, to win $5,000 worth of groceries, I feel like is such a gift. And to know there's no hoop to jump through, you just got to sign up online.
It's a wonderful opportunity, and it only takes just a few minutes to learn a little bit more about where your food comes from.
Great.
Yeah. And so after you do this, after you give the groceries away, then what's next?
Well, if you would like to stay in touch with us, we would like to have ongoing conversations. So if you choose to hear from us, we will every month share a tidbit about how farmers and ranchers grow the food for your plate. And so you will hear from us. If you have questions, you can always contact us, or just want to learn more about where your food comes from.
We hunker down here in the city, and sometimes we forget how our food gets there. We just think it magically appears in these stores.
Go to the supermarket and buy it.
Right.
But I'll also say, here at the Morning Blend, we sponsor the Village Point Farmers Market.
Yes.
And through that relationship, I think about how our eyes have opened in meeting some of those farmers who come, locally, and then, they might come from a few hours away to sell their goods in Omaha. But that's something that's great.
Yes.
And I think it advances that relationship a little bit through registering online. So what's the deadline to sign up for the giveaway?
The deadline is April 8th. At farmersfeedus.org.
Okay, let's go to the website, farmersfeedus.org/NE. This is the homepage. So on the right side there, we see that green sack with groceries in it. Where do we go from there?
From the green sack, just go down and you can hit on Nebraska, and you can go to any of the 7 websites there. We have 5 farmers plus a veterinarian. She can answer some of your questions. And we're unique here in Nebraska because we have a grocery store owner that is part of this also. So we really can answer your questions all the way from the very beginning to the grocery shelf.
Soybeans to turkey to all kinds of things.
Yes.
We'll learn about corn.
All of it there online.
Yes.
And then what about your alliance? I asked you about Farmers Feed Us. What do you do and how do you connect?
The Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska is a nonprofit organization that has two main missions. Our first mission is to help, and this is why Farmers Feed Us fits us so well, is to help consumers know where their food comes from and to get to know the farmers and ranchers who grow it. Then our second mission is to help livestock development in Nebraska. Agriculture is our #1 industry and our #1 economic driver in Nebraska because of all of the natural and feedstuff resources we have here. So it not only fills our plates every day, but it makes a huge difference in the economy of our state and each of our families individually.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I read that it's like 1 in 4 jobs are connected to agriculture in Nebraska?
That's correct.
Something like so. It's incredible.
That's correct.
And they're getting ready to crank it up right now. The growers, they're starting to crank it up a little bit.
As soon as
They're
the weather
calving right
turns.
now.
We are calving right now. That's correct. All of those little babies
Yeah,
hitting the ground.
You know what you're talking about. BecomeAFan.org is one website. We've shown you a few others as well. And if you would like to register for the giveaway, the deadline is now about 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away. FarmersFeedUs.org/NE, and good luck to all of you. Willow, thank you for coming in to tell us about it.
Thank you. I hope you'll go
That's a
and
huge giveaway.
enter to win the groceries.
I would love that.
We will.
Very good.
I'd take a trip on my 5K. Thanks.
Thank you.